Hello, my name is Diana Lopez Velasco. I am a junior at Edmond Memorial High School, and I have been living in Edmond for about 10 years. 3 things about me: I come from a big family, and I enjoy the outdoors, and I am a dog mom to a toy poodle named Milo.
So I'm Tavion Smith. I go to Edmond Memorial High School. I actually lagged back a little bit during my freshman year and stuff like that, so I just came to Boulevard. It's a really good place, good for people that want to get their grades up and stuff like that, want to move ahead in life really fast. I love playing football. I love basketball. I just love sports in general. I like to eat also, and I love listening to music and driving.
Hi, my name is Angelina Lang. I'm a sophomore at Edmond Santa Fe High School, and I've been in Edmond since I was in pre-K. I'm in student council. I love meeting new people and being able to connect with them, and I really like late night drives.
My name is Taylor. I'm in 12th grade, and I am from Edmond High School, and I've been in Edmond for about 5 years. I like to ice skate. I just take my little brother and we go like every week to ice skate.
Hi, my name is Indian Billings. I'm a junior. I've been in Edmond since 4th grade. I usually hang out with my family and we do like play weed party and all of that stuff.
My name is Lathan Grover. I go to Boulevard Academy. I've been in Edmond for 14 years. I'm very outgoing. I get along with a bunch of people. Anybody could be my friend. I love to play my game. Modern Warfare or Valorant. It's one thing I like to do that gets me. It makes the stress go away.
All right, my name is Jeffrey, and I'm a senior at Edmond North High School, and I've been in Edmond just over 3 years. Play soccer, and I like playing video games and hanging out with friends.
My name is David DeMonja. I'm a junior, and I'm currently going to Edmond Santa Fe High School. 3 things about me. I'm in student council. Currently in student council, I run track, and I'm vice president of the Hope Center of Edmond. So it's literally this board full of teenagers, and we come together and we look at the community of Edmond, and we're like, what do we want to do here? Like, how can we raise just like the spirit here, or how can we help out our community? And I just love making people smile. That's 4 things, I'm sorry.
My name is Liam Fowler. I'm a junior at Edmond Memorial High School, and I've been in Edmond my whole life, so almost 18 years. I play basketball. I have 2 dogs, and my favorite subject is math.
I'm Stephanie Beswas. I'm in 12th grade right now, and I have been here 3 years. I'm a Bangladeshi girl, first of all, and the second things would be I'm 20 years old, and the third things would be that I live with my parents.
My name is Catherine Irwin. I am in 11th grade, and I go to Edmond Memorial High School, and I've been here since pre-K. I have cerebral palsy. I'm a twin sister, and I want to be a history teacher.
My name's Tyler Dunkelberger. I'm in 10th grade. I'm a sophomore. I go to Edmond North High School, and I've been living in Edmond, 16 years, my whole life. I drive this old beat-up car, breaks down every week. I do musical theater inside of school and outside of school, and then I work at Chick-fil-A on Bennett Memorial.
Belonging is a feeling to me. It's feeling safe within the community you reside in, whether that's at school or within your family. It's feeling like you have people that are there for you and that people support you.
It feels like home, like a safe and comfortable environment.
Me being a part of something like bigger than myself, me being a part of like an organization in an atmosphere where I'm not a stranger.
I really think about having a friend group I can really trust and go to with any problems or questions or like good things that I might even want to talk about. Having a group around you that you feel so connected with, you can share with whatever you want with them, that you belong with them.
If I leave my house and I go somewhere, I want to feel like I'm at home with someone. Like when I'm with someone, I want to feel like I'm at home and not be out of place.
Like school, like that can be like being around my teachers and stuff. I feel I feel like I belong in this classroom and like a home, and like this to me, like it's kind of home, so that's kind of belonging.
Belonging means to me a place where you feel accepted and it's accessible to you, so you can actually do the things that everyone else does. Otherwise, you don't feel the same as everybody else.
My favorite memory from school will definitely have to be our philanthropy week. It's called Double Wolf Dare Week. We have this event called Boy Bands, and it's basically like 5 people from each grade. They go and dance and perform and act goofy. And I've done it for like all 3 years now. I remember freshman year doing boy bands and just like being so nervous performing in front of the whole entire school, just being wacky and everything. But I remember like as soon as it was happening, I had so much fun doing it. And after that, that really changed, my atmosphere on school. It felt like we were just one big family. I felt like I belonged.
My favorite memory from school is probably going to be cereal day. When I was in geometry in 8th grade, I wrote on the board just randomly 23 days left and then marked it down each day. And when it got to 0, I brought in 2 gallons of milk, some red Solo cups, some spoons, and I had some friends bring in cereal, and I just threw a coup in my math class. And instead of math, we ate cereal for the whole hour. It was great.
My favorite memory is from 5th grade graduation. My best friend's mom set up a bowling party for the whole 5th grade class, and I remember it being really fun and feeling like I could do the same things and just have fun with my friends.
Favorite memory from school is probably 8th grade football. We won the first game in I think it was 9 years or something like that. So it was a pretty good moment. It was my favorite moment so far.
A lot of my great memories have come from going to and from sports events, being with my teammates or just being with friends, going to watch a sports event.
In elementary school, me and maybe 3 or 4 other friends created a little club, and we would always hang out in the back of the school at recess next to the trees, and we would literally just dig up the dirt for treasure. We only found rocks, but that was really fun, and I just felt really loved by them, and that was a time that I felt really happy with my life.
The whole week of Swine Week of my freshman year, my favorite day out of the whole week was Techno Day because it was just really cool.
My favorite memory from school is senior prom.
Yes, it was senior prom. It was just a lot of fun because all of my friends were there and it was just very welcoming, and I just loved the whole idea of that.
A time that I felt like I didn't belong was in 7th grade. We were all playing charades and the teacher gave me a card saying playing on your phone, and I didn't have a phone, so I had to tell her I can't do that specific one, and I just had to get another one. The thought that she thought I had a phone kind of made me feel like I should have had a phone, but I didn't.
So when I moved here, I was a freshman at high school, and at that time I did not speak any English. It was hard to understand. So communicating with people was hard. So at that time I felt like I don't belong here.
A time where I felt like I didn't belong was actually because of my race. It started off with not knowing what a peanut butter and jelly sandwich was, into growing into microaggressions or just straight up racist remarks. Growing up, a lot of times I would eat school lunch, but there were days where I would bring lunch from home, and it would be ethnic foods. And sometimes I would have friends or whoever just kind of look at me weird, or say little things oh, that smells weird, or why didn't you just bring a Lunchable like everyone else? It made me just want to bring things like sandwiches or pasta, things that were more culturally acceptable in the middle of an elementary or middle school lunch table that kids wouldn't make fun of you of, because I didn't want people to think I was weird or that my parents cooked food that wasn't normal. So little things like that and little remarks would just slide by teachers or administrators that wouldn't exactly step in.
I wouldn't say it was in Edmond. I was not as fast as the other kids were in my class. So I had to keep asking the same question a few more times. And then the teacher wouldn't really answer, so that's why I switched schools. When I got to Edmond, they showed me multiple ways of doing the same problem. Make it more, I can keep up a lot easier.
I came from Bulgaria, so it's kind of a language issue. So when I first came here, I've always been very talkative and never really had issue with talking to people, but not knowing a language and trying to be friendly, that can be hard.
A lot of middle school, I was bullied severely. Some teachers didn't take it very seriously, and it got to the point where I thought I would need to be homeschooled from 6th grade on. I would talk to teachers and they would talk to the boys, but it would continue. Then I would report it again and not much would be done. There was no punishment truly for the mistreatment.
9th grade through 10th grade, I never did good. You know, I just didn't feel like I was on par with everybody else. I wasn't smart enough. And I just didn't feel like I was supposed to be there because I felt like everybody else was smarter than me.
When I got up here freshman year to Edmond North, I was on student council. You're put in there and you're submerged in this culture. And if it doesn't click, sometimes it's really hard when you see it click for everybody else. When they're all having a good time, they're all hanging out, they're all really excelling at this thing that we call high school. And if you don't feel like that, it's very disheartening.
Elementary school was pretty rough for me. I actually wasn't like this social or talkative or anything. I used to be like very shy and quiet. And I don't know why, but like a lot of kids would just call me weird, or they would say that I was different and all of that. And it just made me feel like I didn't belong in that atmosphere. Or I was like one of the only colored kids. It was very few of us. And just the personality that like my personality traits didn't match evenly with the other kids. I do remember that being like some pretty like sad years of my life, and I didn't feel like I belonged at all. One thing I've always compared myself, I always kept comparing myself. I tried to reach this level of perfection that was like, that was impossible, that you can't reach. So I started to stop thinking like that, and I started to just be like, you know, if people like me, they like me. And if they don't, that doesn't mean I'm anything less. You know, I just have to embrace myself and see who I like. But I think part of that does come with the like maturity, and like over time, you start to see where it's not all about being like a cool guy. It's just being about somebody that you would like to be around, that you adore yourself. And then through that, other people can like get connected. It's something that definitely got better now until high school. High school, it's been great so far. So
I never felt like that before. I feel always belongs at Edmond North High School. And since I have been in this country like 3 years, so my studies start in this school, first of all. So I never felt like I haven't belonged this school.
When I came here, I felt like I did belong. I was nervous at first, you know, and then the change of everything, the scenery, all of it. It was a great change. It helped me catch up on what I needed to catch up on. Everybody here is great. They always want to speak to you and ask you what's on their mind.
A time that I did feel like I belonged was at track practice, when I would get verbally rewarded by my coach and my teammates.
I would say like choir and like show choir, just because they're like really a family to me. That's like where I really feel myself.
When I first got here, I knew automatically I would enjoy it here a lot better. And I made a group of friends. We all had a DS, and we all played Mario Kart against each other. And we always kept playing against each other to see who was the best almost every single day at lunch.
When Double with Dairy came by, that's when I found like, that's what caused me to want to run for student council, because I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to make a high school experience that other people can enjoy. I want to make memories for other people, and that's what kind of like started this whole train of belonging.
In high school, basketball, just talking to the upperclassmen, being able to be myself and have them share laughs with me, knowing that just because I'm younger than them doesn't mean I'm less than them.
When I'm with my friends, I feel comfortable, like I belong here, like I'm one of them. So those are the times, like when we hang out, those are the times I feel like I belong here. They make life easier.
Thanks to teachers here, specifically like Mr. Kaiser and my history teacher from last year, who really truly understood my disability and got me the accommodations I needed. I felt like I belonged here because they understood what I was going through. I would say that that experience really pushed me to want to be a history teacher.
Yeah, it was actually my freshman year. Edmond Santa Fe has this thing called Double Wolf Dare Week, and this was a time where I really felt like I did belong. Was during our final assembly, where we saw the total and everyone was in the gym And I felt like maybe the $50 or $60 that I had contributed that week to our beneficiary, and just like seeing that total made me feel so connected to my student body, knowing that I was a part of something bigger than myself. And I felt in that moment that despite all our differences, whether that's race, class, gender, ideology, that we all banded together to support this one thing and to feel like we are a family at Santa Fe.
My advice for teachers to help students feel like they belong is to really listen to them. And so if somebody comes in and they're having a rough day, listen to what they have to say. If somebody comes in and they just got a 36 on their ACT or a 1400 on the PSAT, whatever it is, they're probably gonna want to tell you that. Just listen to them and make that connection. And they're gonna feel so much more comfortable in your class to talk, to do work, to hang out, just be themselves in your class and feel like they belong.
I would just say is understanding that the amount of energy and attention that they give to the students will give back, and they will feel more secure in their environment.
My advice to really help teachers is to really invest interest into understanding and helping their students feel accepted and understood.
Talk to people, trying to get to know people before you just go in and say something about them.
I really appreciate one-on-one interaction with teachers. That's something that makes me feel loved here at Santa Fe or throughout my entire school career, I guess.
Like learning about a kid's life outside of school and not just in school, learning what they value, having them be able to talk about themselves can help them feel valued themselves.
Talking to them mostly. I feel like if they talk to them, they can, communicate about what's going on with them, what they need help with, what like they want to do. They can help with that. They just need to learn how to speak to students.
The atmosphere makes a big difference. If I'm walking into a classroom that I feel accepted and it feels great and I feel that energy, I'm gonna want to go there every day. But if I'm walking into the classroom where it's just monotone and it's on a busy schedule, I know that I'm only here for a period of time and that as soon as I leave, that's done. So just understanding that atmosphere makes a huge difference.
I don't tell my teachers this a lot, but I appreciate them a lot, and I feel like Edmond teachers, and not just Edmond teachers, but all teachers deserve way more credit than they get.
I wish some of the Edmond teachers knew what other students have went through before they even went to school or even that day, because you don't know, something could have happened, prior to that morning or that day of school. And it's kind of hard that, teachers don't understand what kids go through their daily life and stuff like that.
Students' lives are deeper than teachers might think they are. We might be young, but we go through a lot, and we're still trying to navigate the world just as everyone else is. And just one way that they can help us is just to understand when we're not at our best.
If a teacher shows that they love their job, then a student will love to come to class. But if they have a bad attitude throughout their day, and the kids will leave with a bad attitude.
Personal life is a big part of school. If your personal life isn't too good, school probably won't go too good. So if you speak to somebody about it, it's very good to get it off of your chest, and your teachers can help you with that.
I want them to know that an IEP or an individualized education plan is meant to level the playing field, not to make it easier on me. Because I'm smart enough to do the assignment, but sometimes it is too time-consuming or I'm too tired to do it. And what's fair isn't always equal, and what equal isn't always fair. And I wish they would let me advocate for myself more, especially in middle school, when they say they want you to be an adult, but then they treat you like you're still in elementary school. I want them to know that I'm able to speak for myself, and when I ask for things, there's a reason.
I think there's a positive thing that all the teachers need to hear, is that I think we see that you're going that extra mile and you're really trying to help us connect and feel like we belong. And whether it succeeds or not, trying is all you can really give. And that's what you're doing. So thank you, teachers.